Balenciagas, I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking, we bringing back Motown. No sparing this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowds. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really do the talk, but my dudes up. I will not live in a poverty. I wish you lose the opportunity, so I don't make way for a prodigy. Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowds.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. Oh, good return up past the 30. Tremon Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. And got his man complete. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
16 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Lewis. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson and the Broncos now with a first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there in the drop. nicely. First down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because...
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun. Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Sky Moore, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You can look at this Bronco defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. If they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They run with a 2nd-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Justin Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Now back foot throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Marr now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Mahomes now to throw. This ball deep for Tony. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Here he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Marr on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dosich. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football there as it gets this out to the 48-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going in the third quarter.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now 3rd down and 7. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Tough one there. First drive in the third quarter for an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
How good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Aaron Browning able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 24-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. This ball deep for Tony. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And quickly to Kelsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good rip by Pacheco, and you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
A gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Williams diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
42. Chiefs 35.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Butker on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. What a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result had he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense run it too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that ball's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it up. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what do you think's going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On the return, it's James. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Pacheco. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to put it in, you change the field position, you flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They're going for it with the option right, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run here with Pacheco. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter. Charles,